if there are other suggestions like this that, we have a lot of first-gen students. We have a lot of students who have family circumstances, and so do other colleges. But someone suggested continuity aside, I love that we're trying to stay continuous, but having assignments due maybe on a Sunday night, which give people an opportunity to, if they have to work or support little kids. Now all the schools are closed, and so I would say that would be one other tip that I've heard, and I'm interested in other tips too that just might make it's to the flexibility point.
Oh, sorry, I thought someone had a question. Are there other questions from the group who are online right now?
Hi. I'm gonna share my video because it's really weird to just not see people's faces. Can you hear me?
I love how you have the background. Great demo of one of the functionalities of Zoom.
Yeah, I was just looking at tips. I have a friend. I know somebody who is in China or was in China, and so taught via Zoom for the full course that she was doing. So one of the things that she suggested, if people don't want to see your dirty house that you're sitting in, is to use the background. So I mean, my question is so the first day of class is going to be teaching students how to use the platform, right? This is our expectation, that it is our responsibilities and the instructors as we're giving up these, we are losing these days of classes for us to train on it, but then essentially we'll be losing, or using that time to train the students. They're not going to receive, are they going to receive any kind of process document, step-by-step guide, if this is how you, are you supposed to write that up for them?
So they will receive some process documents. Now if you're doing anything different other than Zoom or something along those lines in your course, we would expect you to be, communicating that to them. But we will be giving them process documents. They will have an opportunity on Monday and Tuesday to test Zoom, come in virtually with us here. So we are taking care of that piece of it. More information will follow. We'll keep them posted. We'll keep you guys posted. We're working on task aids for you. We're working on task aids for them. Anything we can think of to make this transition as simple and easy as possible, we are trying to do. And if they run into questions or concerns, or you guys run into anything, you can definitely reach out to Matthew, Lisa, Garrett, Dan, or myself, and we will jump in and help you. If it's more of a, email technical problem, we can talk to Dre, but we will all be available to the best of our capability and possibility to help you guys out. So it is, you are not alone in this. We are working on those processes and documents, so you will not have to do that piece of it, though you may want to, kind of walk them through a little bit of how things will go in your particular class.
And if you share your screen, can you just share your Zoom screen to show them how to navigate?
Mm-hmm. So when you share your screen, a little window pops up that you can pick which of your windows. Can you do that for us
right now? Could you show what it looks like if you're sharing your screen?
Yes, just a sec. Not sure if I'm the moderator here.
So we recorded this session this morning, and we recorded the session this morning, and we will make that available. We're recording this session. This session will also be available for anybody while Jennifer is working on showing, so she can share her screen so you can see what that looks like. So there you go.
So I just shared one of my open windows, and so when you hit share screen, it lets you pick which window you show. So this is helpful because you can show a video, you can do a PowerPoint. You can really show anything that's on your computer.
So my question was, can you show your own Zoom platform? So you can point and show the students this is how you raise your hand. This is how you do you understand what I'm asking?
Yeah, I actually don't know whether you can share the Zoom platform, but I think they see pretty much what you see.
Yeah, I don't believe you can share your Zoom platform, but they have the same functionality up at the top. But again, we're going to create some videos that kind of walk them through that process, so they can see that as well as we're going along. Those items will be available to students, and you could refer them to them. We will try to put that information out there so that they can find it easily and quickly without too much issue. We're figuring out where to put all of this, these items for the students specifically, but we will keep you all posted so you can also refer back to them.
And Emily, to follow up on your question, a piece I also heard in there was just, it's important to hold a little bit of space during your first online class, just so you can let the students voice questions, concerns, process this, even set some guidelines for how you'd like to see this run within your class. You know, similar to setting some ground rules for classroom behavior and classroom interaction. In an in-person class, you might want to have that conversation as you move online.
Okay, are there any other questions from, oh, Garrett, hold on one second, let me walk over here.
Yeah, I was just gonna reiterate that we're just waiting for an email from academics and student life, and we'll follow up with some technical support for students, like short, brief videos and walkthroughs on how to use all the resources. And feel free to drop that stuff into your emails directly to re-reference that stuff directly to your students. I thought Emily's point about some lost instruction time is a really good one. Like, we're lost a couple days here at the beginning. We extended the spring break, and it is going to take some extra time to set up this stuff. So my understanding is, and I'm sure Judy could jump in here, is that there's definitely some leniency. Like, we're not expecting the exact same course to happen. So I just wanted to respond to that. I heard that. Maybe Judy wants to speak more about that with what Emily brought up.
Yeah, I tried to make the point in, I think it was email 2 from Academic Affairs, that in fact, I think that each of you should look now at your syllabus through the end of the 12-week and say to yourself, am I going to need to tweak it because of lost time or because I'm going to be teaching differently? You should each be thinking about, now, am I going to be able to assess student learning in the same way? And so I think it's helpful either to have thought that through before class starts again and repost it, or maybe you'll repost it in a couple days. But I think it's a time to be flexible, whether it has to do with students, who can't have access to computers or who have learning concerns.
Yes, hold on, let me answer.
In terms of sharing the resources, we have a Moodle site that anybody can have access to called Orientation to Learning Online with Moodle. I'd recommend we delete the with Moodle and create another section which is specifically devoted, because we've already got close to 100 people who self-enrolled in that course. Since they're already there and everybody has access to it through course blocks, it might be more efficient to add a section on using the iPad, because it's still learning online. Okay.
A piece I just encourage everyone at Hiram to do is there's lots of resources out there now, and you don't have to recreate the wheel. So if you're thinking about a resource that's needed, I'm sure there's lots of colleagues at other institutions that can just give it to you.
Does anybody else have any questions that you might have for Jennifer, or if anybody's able, we'll be doing the second session here at 2 o'clock in Drury, so we're gonna get ready to do that here in a moment. And if you can't, again, sign up for those one-on-one sessions if possible. We can do those by Zoom, or we can do those in person, so just let us know your preference on that front. Any final question? Maybe one final question if anybody has one. I'm looking around the room, and at least the people in this room are saying no, they're good. Anybody out there on the Zoom call, everybody good there? Okay, I'm like not seeing, other than some thumbs ups, not seeing anything there. So thank you, Jennifer, so much for your help. We appreciate it, and we will. I'm sure I'll be in contact, and colleagues here will be checking in with you. So thank you again for all of your help.
You're welcome. We're all
Bye,
in this boat together, and go Terriers.
Like you can't see me because my hand's in the way. Sorry. Okay, guys. Well, we will sign off, and we will check in again here soon. Bye, guys.
Thanks, Jennifer.
Thank you. Good seeing everybody.
Thank you.